Welcome back to another episode of the Hotel Fit Show. I'm Leo Amarim, and I'm here to help you improve your physical and mental health around your crazy hospitality schedule. Welcome to the weekly masterclass here in the hospitality fitness community. And if you're here, I already know a couple of things about you. First, you are a hospitality professional. And second, you are trying to get healthier somehow around a busy schedule. You want to lose fat, you want to improve your fitness, you want to improve how you look, how you feel, and you are absolutely in the right place. And today we're going to talk about the fastest way to lose your gut while working in hospitality. And the reason why I'm doing this live training today is because about 3 days ago, one of the members here in the group, Robert, asked, my biggest issue right now is losing my gut. What can I do? And I posted a brief response in a post, but I thought making a live training and dive deeper into this subject will be beneficial for a lot of you guys. And so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to ask you, there, hospitality professional that is watching this right now, yourself on the other side of the screen, are you wanting to lose your gut? And if that's you, drop me a number 1 in the comments below, and that lets me know that you're here and that you are excited to learn new tips and tricks for this. And always remember to take notes so you can implement this afterwards, because knowledge and information without implementation leads to nowhere. Never forget about this, because there's too much information on the internet and everywhere, and on YouTube and on Google, and there's all sorts of information, but if you consume all this information and you never apply it, you'll never get nowhere, okay? And for this particular training, I'd like to start by giving you the example of one of my clients. His name is Francis. He worked with me for way over 1 year, and he had great results. He had an awesome testimonial that you've probably seen around my Facebook feed or on my stories. He basically started out being quite overweight and depressed and lethargic with bad habits, drinking too much, and not really knowing where to start, just like a lot of you guys. And in the first 10 weeks of his program, he got rid of most of these problems. So he put in a lot of work. He lost about 11 kilos on the first 10 weeks. That's about 25 pounds. And that put him in a place where he was no longer obese. So he had an average, or you can consider it like a little bit of a chubby physique. And from then, the strategy was kind of to slowly get him to get rid of that body fat while maintaining the muscle he was also working on in the gym. And slowly, we got there. But there were months that he had lost the majority of the body fat. And he would ask me, there's I still got that little bit of my gut over here. Is there anything I can do to improve this specifically? And basically, the answer is that there is no exercise or nutrition strategy on the planet that targets body fat in a specific place. Okay, this is important because a lot of people think wrongly that if they do a certain ab exercise, or if they do this exercise in here, they will lose like the belly, and that's not how body fat works. And when it comes to that client, slowly but surely, we got there in the end, and we got rid of the gut. But obviously, the body fat is distributed in the body. Like the way it's distributed in the body is different for everyone. And obviously this will depend if you're a male or a female. Usually for guys, when we gain fat, it usually starts in the gut and in the love handles. In a woman, it will usually be in the glutes and in the hips and in the waist. And so those are the first places where you generally gain fat. Unfortunately, they're also the last ones to go. Now, aesthetically speaking, there are ways to accelerate this, and we will dive into this strategy. So if you're with me right now, say a little hello in the comment section. Let me know where you're watching this from. And if you're watching the recording, comment replay below so I know that you've been around. And first of all, there are two very distinctive methodologies where you can do different perspectives where you can look at this. And first, you need to think on the first scenario, which is, are you beyond 20 to 30% body fat? Are you overweight in different parts of your body? And if you are, you still have a little bit of a journey to go. And the second scenario is, Are you under 25% body fat and you just want to get rid of your last 15, 20, 25 pounds of fat, and basically you just want to get rid of the last bit of fat that you got, like the stubborn fat? So from these two scenarios, I will go over those two different scenarios in the three different perspectives, okay, through the lenses of the fundamentals, which are nutrition, fitness, and mentality. All right. So if you're watching this, comment in the chat below. Which one are you? Number one, are you above 25 to 30% body fat? Or number two, are you under 25% body fat with just an annoying belly fat here that you want to get rid of? Okay. Let me know in the comments if you are number one or number two. And let's start with the number one. If you are above 25 to 30% body fat and you are overweight in different parts of your body, and from knowing that you cannot target body fat in specific places, I wouldn't waste your time or energy thinking about how to lose your gut in specific. Your main focus should be seeing the weight dropping weekly, seeing the measurements dropping, feeling the difference in your clothes, in the mirror, feeling the difference on how you feel energetically and mentally. And so in terms of nutrition, you got to have a strategy, first of all, because nutrition will be 90% when it comes to fat loss. So if you don't have a strategy yet, then quickly go find one that is not restrictive and that matches your lifestyle in hospitality. If you work a 9-to-5 job, the things that will work for you are completely different than someone who's being smashed every day and working 15-hour shifts. In terms of fitness, yes, a gym routine would definitely help you. But at this stage, the most important thing really is you getting used to being active, okay? Are you moving every day in a healthy way? Are you spending at least 20 to 30 minutes daily moving around, like being that walking your dogs, or could be cutting the lawn, or be fixing your car, cleaning the house, whatever? Are you active? You need to be used to be active as a second nature, and that's more important than you actually having a gym routine. And then add a cool routine, a cool exercise routine that you enjoy, that you don't mind doing 3 times a week for at least 20 minutes, like 60 minutes a week. You can do something that is cool that you enjoy doing. That can be walking, but it's something that you see yourself doing, that you can easily keep. And that's not something that you're going to be tempted to quit, something that matches you. And the third thing, from my point of view, at this stage, the mentality is as important as nutrition, okay? You have a realistic, time-based, achievable goal. And if you don't, you got to have one. Is it clear where you're going? Because if you don't know where you're going, you ain't going nowhere. Second, you have a contingency plan. There are going to be days where you're going to want to give up. There are going to be weeks where you worked your butt off in hospitality. You have a fight with your spouse. You're stressed. You want to order 3 takeaways and eat them all in one go. You want to skip the workout and get drunk. And everyone has those days and weeks, and we know they are going to come eventually. And when they do, are you prepared for that? Are you prepared to say no to those things? And being aligned with your vision is really, really important in that sense, because it's going to avoid that you fall into those pitfalls. So put those on the paper, write this down, and tell people around you so you can keep yourself more accountable. So if you are a person of your word, chances are, if you tell people that you're going to do something, then you are most likely going to try and do it, right? So that's the very important thing. Keep yourself accountable by telling other people, or just get a coach to keep you accountable and get you there faster. With those 3 things in line, the only thing that you need to do is to be patient and to be consistent for a period of time that's long enough for you to form the habit. And then once you form the habit, it's going to be second nature. Once it's second nature, everything is easy and you can maintain that for the lifetime, okay? And then obviously you'll start seeing results, and then you'll see yourself having results after 3 months, after 6 months, and after 2 years, you'll be a completely different person, and keep going, because it's gonna be worth it. But don't focus on losing the gut at this stage, like in specific. Don't focus on that, because right now you got to just like get rid of the first pounds of fat and just focus on your general habit building. Okay, and is this making sense so far? If it is, comment yes in the comments below. I'd love to know if this is making sense to you. Now, once you get to 20% body fat, like depends on like the individual, but once you get to like 25-20% body fat, and you're not fat, but you have like that belly that you want to get rid of, here's what you can consider. And let's say you are about 15 to 25 pounds away to get to your end goals. That's like 5 to 10 kilos. This will, of course, will depend if you want to be completely shredded and have a six-pack, or you just be happy to lose that belly fat and look better. And at this stage, I recommend that you weight lift for between 3 to 5 times a week for optimal results. If you're really busy, going 3 times a week to the gym will give you great results already if you're training like efficiently. And the reason why lifting weights would be so beneficial at this point is because you'll be working on body recomposition, okay? You'll be gaining muscle, you'll be losing the fat, and you'll be losing the rest of that gut. What will happen is that as you improve certain characteristics by weightlifting, you will improve like the definition of your chest, you will improve the appearance of your shoulders, your back will get wider, and that will give you kind of an appearance, like a more aesthetic appearance, like what we call the V-taper, all right? It'll make your slim look narrower. But this will only occur if you're training consistently and progressing and using the right nutrition, okay? You'll still need to be on a caloric deficit to achieve this. You need to make sure you're eating enough protein to rebuild your muscles, to recover. Now, if you're doing a fasting strategy, the way to do this is to have a protein source on every single meal. If you're doing a calorie counting strategy and counting your macros, then you will need to have 1 gram of protein for each pound of body weight, okay? And that's how you have the right protein amounts to optimize your recomposition. In terms of mindset, because you don't have a lot of fats to lose at this stage, it's just that stubborn belly fat and probably like the love handles, you need to make sure you're not slacking off, because this is a dangerous period. You want to make sure that you don't get complacent, because at this stage you don't really have a massive problem to solve, and health can easily fall into the back wagon. So if you are too relaxed about this, just be careful with that. You don't want to go into that phase where people usually go when they relapse. So you do that. How can you avoid this? You do that by making sure you are progressing somewhere. All right. So again, keep setting goals. Don't be satisfied with maintenance, because maintenance, it's a lie. All right. You stay the same, you lose. And slowly you'll see that gut coming off, and you'll start seeing some abs. You'll start seeing different muscles that you've never seen before. You'll start looking better on certain t-shirts. And it's actually quite cool, because you get so much more confidence, and it's unbelievable what you can do, and how much doors you can open in your life with that extra confidence. Okay. Now it's time for me to replay the Broken City. And from my personal experience as a previous manager in hospitality, who was trying to get fit around crazy shifts, from also someone who came back from being fat to fit, and also from my coaching experience helping dozens of hospitality professionals losing fat, I know what works and I know what doesn't work. If you want to lose fat while working in hospitality, do intermittent fasting, okay? If you want to improve your fitness and your aesthetics while working in hospitality, even around the craziest of the schedules, do a form of time-efficient weightlifting 3 times a week. But most importantly, do stuff that you enjoy and that works with your lifestyle. Otherwise, you won't keep it, and it's going to be a ticket to failure. All right. So if you like swimming, just go swimming. If you like yoga, running, like you can be walking. Like as long as you keep it consistent, like that's the most important thing for your health and for your well-being. If you like going to the gym, then perfect, because it's a convenient place. All right. It's usually open from early morning until late. So you can go at any time. You don't need to rely on anyone. It's not like a group thing. You can just go and do your workouts and go back home. And so gym ends up being convenient, and weightlifting ends up giving you great results in terms of aesthetics on like how your body will look like. And that's it, guys. I hope this has been helpful. Hope you have the most fantastic rest of your Wednesday ever. If you like this training, smash that like button. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments below, or feel free to send me a personal message saying hello and what you need help with, and I'll see if I can help. Okay. And that's it. Love you all. Keep being awesome. And I will see you on the flip side. Thank you so much for listening. And if you found this content valuable, you can find additional help for free by joining the Hospitality Fitness community on Facebook at thehotelfit.com or facebook.com/hospitality fitness community. There's a ton of cool stuff happening, as well as a massive amount of free resources and information. So join us at the Hospitality Fitness community.